This instrument will measure your anxiety. This machine will measure your pains. This machine will measure your memory, and this instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will swab for electrical. This machine will measure your helplessness. This instrument will measure your violence. This machine will measure your shame. This machine will measure your shame. This instrument will swab for electrical. This machine will measure your helplessness. This instrument will measure your anxiety. This machine will measure your pains. This machine will measure your memory, and this instrument will measure your forgetting. 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 This instrument will swab for electrical. This machine will measure your helplessness. This instrument will measure your violence. This machine will measure your shame. This machine will measure your shame. This machine will measure your anxiety. This machine will measure your pains. This machine will measure your memory, and this instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will swab for electrical. This machine will measure your helplessness. This instrument 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 will measure your violence. This machine will measure your shame. This machine will measure your shame. This machine will measure your stardust, and this instrument will measure your splinters, and this instrument will swab for chemical, and this machine will measure your stasis. This machine will measure your stasis. This machine will measure your fear, and this machine will measure your poverty, and this machine will measure your poverty, and this machine will measure your anxiety, and this instrument will measure your pains. This instrument will measure your pains. This machine will measure your memory. This machine will measure your forgetting. This instrument will swab for electrical. This instrument will measure your helplessness. This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your shame. This machine will measure your stardust. This machine will measure your stardust. This machine will measure your splinters. This instrument will swab for chemical. This instrument will measure your stillness. This instrument will measure your stasis. This instrument will measure your fear. This instrument will measure your fear. This instrument will measure your fear, and this instrument will measure your poverty. 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 This instrument will measure your anxiety. This instrument will measure your pains. 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 This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your splinters. This instrument will measure your chemical. This instrument will measure your stasis. This instrument will measure your wandering. This instrument will measure your heartbeat. This instrument will measure your heartbeat. This instrument will measure your heartbeat. This instrument will measure your silence. This instrument will measure your silence. This instrument will measure your memory. This instrument will measure your forgetting. 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 This instrument will measure your language. This instrument will measure your language. This instrument will measure your anxiety. This instrument will measure your pains. 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 This instrument will measure your memory. This instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will swab for electrical. This machine will measure your helplessness. This machine will measure your helplessness. This machine will sing to your wandering. This machine will speak to your heartbeat. This machine will whisper to your memory. This machine will speak to your dreams. 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 This machine will speak to your secrets. This machine will speak to your summertime. This instrument will speak to your winter. 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 This instrument will speak to your heartbreak. This instrument will speak to your heartache. This instrument will speak to your heartache. This instrument will speak to your heartache. This instrument will speak to your violence. This instrument will speak to your violence. This instrument will speak to your silence. This instrument will speak to your violence. This instrument will speak to your lies. This instrument will speak to your heartbreak. This instrument will speak to your night. 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 This instrument will whisper to your rain. 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 This instrument will whisper to your language. This instrument will whisper to your lostness. This instrument will whisper to your secrets. This instrument will whisper to your eyes. This instrument will whisper to your eyes. This instrument will whisper to your eyes. This instrument will whisper to your dreams. This instrument will whisper to your summertime. This instrument will whisper to your winter. This instrument will whisper to your wandering. This instrument will whisper to your wandering. This instrument will whisper to your heartbreak. This whispering will whisper to your memory. This instrument will speak to your secrets. This instrument will measure your anxiety. This instrument will measure your anxiety. This instrument will measure your pains. This instrument will measure your memory. This instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will swab for electrical. This instrument will measure your helplessness. This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your shame. This instrument will measure your shame. This instrument will measure your shame. This instrument will swab for the chemical. This instrument will measure your stillness. This instrument will sing to your mirage. This instrument will sing to your rage. 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 This instrument will whisper to your shadows. 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 This instrument will whisper to your stardust. This instrument will sing to your stardust. This instrument will sing to your stardust. This instrument will sing to your stardust. This instrument will weep for your language. 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 This instrument will weep for your winter. This instrument will weep for your lostness. This instrument will sing to your helplessness. This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your silence. This instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will measure your forgetting. This instrument will measure your silence. This instrument will measure your meandering. 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 This instrument will measure your heartbreak. This instrument will sing to your earth. 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 This instrument will sing to your silence. This instrument will sing to your silence. This instrument will sing to your silence. This instrument will sing to your fire. 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 This instrument will sing of your fire. This machine 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 will sing for 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 your fire. This machine will speak for your fire. This machine will speak for your fire. This machine will speak of your heartbeat. 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 This machine will speak of your secrets. This machine will sing 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 of your history. This machine will sing of your history. This instrument will sing of your history. This machine will sing of your history. This instrument will sing of your language. This instrument will sing of your language. This instrument will sing of your language. This instrument will sing of your lostness. This instrument will sing of your secrets. This instrument will sing of your summertime. This instrument will sing of your summertime. This instrument will sing of your eyes. This instrument will sing of your eyes. This instrument will sing of your rage. This instrument will sing of your weather. This instrument will sing of your fire. This instrument will sing of your fire. This instrument will sing of your fire. This heart will measure the future. 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 This heart will sing to 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 the future. This heart will speak of the future. This heart will speak to the future. This heart will speak to the silence. This song will speak to the silence. This voice will speak to your silence. This voice will speak to your history. This voice will speak to your lostness. This voice will speak to your heartache. This heart will speak to your heartbreak. This heart will speak to your heartbreak. This heart will speak to your silence. This heart will speak to your wandering. This voice will weep for your silence. This heart will sing to your memory. This heart will sing to your memory. This instrument will speak to your summertime. This instrument will speak to your summertime. This heart will speak to your summertime. This instrument will speak to your summertime. This instrument will measure your fear. This instrument will measure your poverty. 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 This instrument will speak to your poetry. This instrument will speak to your stardust. This instrument will speak to your stardust. This instrument will speak to your stardust. This instrument will sing 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 to your splinters. This instrument will sing to your stardust. 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 This instrument will sing to your winter. This instrument will sing to your history. This instrument will sing to your wandering. This instrument will weep for your sorrows. This instrument will watch for your heartache. This instrument will sing to your dreams. 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 This instrument will speak to your mirage. This instrument will speak to your rage. This instrument will sing 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 to your shadows. This instrument will sing to the shadows. This instrument will sing to your melody. This instrument will sing to your melody. This instrument will speak to your lies. This instrument will speak to your lostness. This instrument will speak to your lostness. This instrument will measure your splinters. This instrument will measure your splinters. This instrument will measure your violence. This instrument will measure your shame. This instrument will whisper your violence. This instrument will measure your splinters. This instrument will measure your stasis. This instrument will sing to your memory. And this instrument will measure your forgetting. And this instrument will measure your earth. And this machine will look at your eyes. This machine will measure your eyes. And this machine will measure your silence. This machine will measure your memory. This machine will speak to your lostness. This machine will speak to your lostness. This machine will weep for your language. This machine will speak to your secrets. This machine will speak to your winter. This machine will speak to your eyes. This machine will speak to your eyes. This machine will speak to your eyes. This machine will whisper to your wandering. This machine will whisper to your history. This machine will whisper your history. This machine will whisper your lies. This machine will swap for chemical. This instrument will measure your stardust. This instrument will sing to your stardust. This machine 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 will sing to your stardust. This instrument 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 will sing to your stardust. Thank you.